All right, so here's some behind the scenes when I was working on the book. All the parts, this was like way in the beginning, and I was like trying to research all these, like the slave trade, what the Jewish folks back then, how they were involved. And I found this person, and I'm gonna read what it said. This was about the Malays. I don't know what segment I did that on, but this was about the Malays. The governor of the Cape at that period, Cornelius van Goldberg, and I wrote, sounds Jewish, is seemingly unaware or consciously disdainful of this status. His entry on the journal on the date of arrival read, "The three Malays who arrived here are convicts in the return fleet. Were sent by us, two to the company's forest and one to the Robben Island in order to be set to work there, each provided with a good chain." And I'm talking about, they got like the brown people from, like brown, dark skinned people from like the Malays, Malaysia, around that area. And it's like, mind you, they were kind of kicked out. Nobody wanted these people to ever be where the Malays were to begin with. Nobody wanted them there. Everybody already talked about it. They said, hey, these people did the Moors so wrong. Do not work with them. And no one wanted to work with them, honestly. And then they did the whole scheming thing. You know what the scheming thing they do when they say they're going to do one thing, then they do another thing behind your back. That's exactly what they did. And then they ended up messing everything up, then taking slaves and then sending them to South Africa. That's how Islam went to South Africa. Exactly. Yeah. Anywho, that's it. I wanted to write that because I thought it was very interesting. And then a lot of slaves, I wrote under it, a lot of slaves were not educated, so they wouldn't have survived. So the Moors did them a favor. And I'm saying a favor by, the Moors did a favor to a lot of slaves who were not educated by educating them about Islam. A lot of Moors who did end up in South Africa, in that region, did teach others Islam. The Muslims who were in South Africa taught the slaves Islam. Even though they were told not to do so, they still did it. And for that, I'm like so proud of them. I am so sorry. I suck at telling history correctly, but I want to hear nothing judgmental. You could go Google it, search it yourself. I don't got time for all that. But yes, I am bad at explaining certain things, but this is the best way I can do it. Besides that, if you want to learn more about this, I already wrote about it in the book episodes, the segments, and I don't know, I think it's in part 2 or 4, definitely not 3.